On Wednesday of this week, the 1st of April 2009, the duty to involve kicks in for all best value authorities across England. That includes, most of all, local authorities. But in the autumn of this year, it already kicked in for local hospitals, NHS trusts. So we've already got a pretty good idea of what happens. Now, you might have thought that an organisation such as us involved would be undoubted supporters of the duty. And in many senses we are. It does reflect the sign of the direction of trajectory that we want to see government moving in. But because of the experience we've already seen with such duties, we are really aware of some of the dangers that we might get coming in after this Wednesday. Now, the first danger is the classic one with any such duty as this, which is when you're going to be having consultation as opposed to real empowerment. In particular, we're worried that we might see, with this duty kicking in, a cascade of consultation, tick box engagement with no real power going to the communities. We're really worried about that. The second one is about ensuring that we are engaging with citizens on their own terms. Too often we see government running meetings in the same way they've always run meetings, engaging with people online using traditional forms, or just using the media in the same old sort of argumentative form that we've seen in the past, that really doesn't inspire the kind of engagement we want to see. And the third one, closely linked to the second, is ensuring that the duty involved becomes a mechanism to support transformation of the culture of government, to support a kind of government that really can engage people in a way they're excited by, in a way that fit with their own lives. So what do we need to do to make sure that we try and counter those 3 points? Well, firstly, as soon as we even sense that we might be doing something in a tick box fashion, that's got to be a warning for any person working in an authority. If it even feels like we're doing it just to fulfil a duty, I would really have warning bells in my head and think, am I doing this for the right reasons? The second thing, in terms of ensuring that we're maintaining and designing processes in a way that's going to fit for the people, is looking at how people live their own lives. What kind of websites do they use? Can we make a Facebook app? What kind of media do they engage with? Can we design things in a way that make fun to them? What kind of events do you like to turn up to? We ran events last year in schools across South London, and we deliberately didn't even call them consultation events. We called them fun days. We got literally thousands of people to turn up at some of the most successful ever consultation events that were ever held in South London, but we didn't call them consultation events. We made them as much fun as possible, and a consultation came as a product of that. And then finally, this point around transforming government. I think this is absolutely critical. Now, too often, the whole process of engagement has been ending up being delivered by people like me, consultants running consultation and engagement processes. And what's tended to happen is government has therefore outsourced the public engagement processes. What we need to make sure happens is that people like me and other experienced practitioners are working with governments to build their skills so we become redundant, so we get out of the way from being in between government and citizens, so the government, as opposed to having this sort of standing off relationship between citizens, is operating in a much more fluid and interactive fashion. So they're helping government and citizens tear the web of, tear the sort of the wall that exists between them, so they're able to interact on a much more simple day-to-day basis in a way that's fun and exciting and fits with their day-to-day lives. If we do those 3 things, then the duty to involve could be the passport to real transformation in government trust and efficacy. If we don't, well, it might just be a lot of tick box consultation, wasting everyone's time, the citizens and the politicians.